Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VCT EMEA for Stage 2 in the 2025 season. I'm accompanied this time by goked of Gentle Mates, the head coach of said team, finishing their match against GIANTX in week 4 of the competition, thus losing a 2-1, now having 0-4 record, and as a result, getting out of playoffs. And so, goked, really do appreciate the time you've given me, and, kind of mentioned it right there before the start of the actual conversation, actual interview. Losing against GIANTX 2-1, especially on Haven. What's going through your mind? What do you feel kind of affected the team at the late stages of that series?
Yeah, to be honest, just like almost every series have felt like a bit of a deja vu. Like we are very dominant for the most part. We really have the game in our hands like constantly, and then at some point we kind of switch off and we just start playing completely different. We try different things, but it feels like it gets hard to switch back to this dominant mood. And yeah, it is very unfortunate. I don't think there is a super easy fix to, coming back and playing like we know how to do. It is really sad because the potential of the team is unreal, but that's kind of like how VCT works. And sadly, we don't have enough time to come around this issue.
Do you feel like the issues that affects the team once the series continues and goes to the late stages, like map 2, map 3, do you feel like it's like all mental? Do you feel like, or maybe it's like a misread of just how the team should be performing in terms of game plan? What do you think?
I just feel like we kind of stop playing our game. We are disconnecting a little bit. It's like no one's fault. It's literally just a team thing. We play like we play on Prague. We play. I mean, even if it's not like we play on Prague, we play good, unofficial. We are doing our thing. We're following our game plans, and yeah, just all of a sudden, I would say like hesitation creeps in, and just hesitation is too painful in this game. Like you cannot hesitate because you lose every possible timing, you lose every possible situation, and it just feels like we struggle to come back from this hesitation sometimes. And yeah, that's kind of like how we feel.
I mean, most definitely, it's pretty tough to absorb this, result, not just because of the significance for like the season right now for stage 2, but also like, for what this means for the team. And as if I understand correctly, with the 0-4 record now, you guys are out of VCT and just having to like, restart the journey back to, where you guys are at. Just want to ask you just sort of like, your thoughts on that and how it might play into the how the team will continue for next weekend, completing stage 2.
I mean, honestly, there's no sugarcoating. Like it's incredibly painful. Like I think all of us have like huge passion for this club. Like we really, really wanted to keep Gentle Mates in VCT. Like we all were so committed to this. I'm also sad for the boys. Like I know they have a lot of potential. I know like if we could play like we normally do for 100% of the game or just more time, we would unleash our full potential and be one of the best teams in Europe, which unfortunately might not happen now. And for the last game, obviously we are gonna still try hard as much as possible. We want to win. We want to give, even if it's a 5% of happiness to the fans. Like we're not just gonna give up because we cannot make playoffs. Like we're gonna still go and compete and try to finish with a victory on Vitality.
Flipping over the coin to, the positive aspects that we saw out of this team today. You guys did pretty well on Corrode. And then, obviously that was helped by comebacks, 23-10 performance on the Neon. What do you feel some of the positive that you saw out of the team today, despite losing against GIANTX, a team that's been on the come up so far in this season?
Again, it's a team that's, there is good synergy. The boys are all like, super nice guys, super competitive. Like when we are flowing, like I feel we're one of the best teams. Like we are able to dominate literally everyone. Obviously, it was a risky move, but like we needed to make a risky move in order to remain in VCT. Unfortunately, it didn't come out good, but we were very close. Like should we manage to just keep this dominance for like few more rounds per game, like we would have just gone super far. And yeah, I think the team really had like incredible potential. Everyone in the team is so talented. Everyone in the team should remain in VCT. They're all super good players, and yeah.
In light of what you said just now about just sort of having to make these changes, and it being risky, it is understandable that you guys that you had to make that choice. And obviously, when it comes to doing that, basically, a good majority of the team or the players that are in the team joined in like a few months ago in the middle of stage one or sometime after stage one, just having to, prepare yourselves for stage two. How did you look at the changes that you made and the progression of the team and the players that joined Gentle Mates? And in hindsight, do you feel like there are things that you could have done differently in the preparation for stage two, or not really as much?
To be honest, I feel like we just started with the handicap that we just need to figure everything out this year. Like, I'm not a coach who likes to change. My previous teams hardly had ever any change. But the truth is that we don't have like the full year to see what's working, then wait for next year. We came into a very competitive off-season where a lot of teams were shuffling, and we just had to figure it out. Where other teams have 2 years or 3-4 years to figure this out and to create a core, we just had to do a full rebuild, and we just had to make it work within like the months we had. So honestly, I mean, it's just unfortunate we didn't have a bit more time on stage two. We tried our best to get the boys experience. We went to off-season tournaments. We were trying to, we had like some practices on a stage here in VCT that VCT allow us to do. So really, I think we tried the best preparation possible, and that's part of the reason why we also managed to be so dominant, but it was just not enough.
And so far with that said, I want to ask for your perspective as to how it's been for you to coach these guys and have them be at a pretty decent level for stage two. What has been some of the most important aspects that you had to adjust within the team that can, at the very least, have you guys be competitive?
I mean, for me, I knew coming into this team was a challenge, and I'm very happy that I took it anyways. Playing in a relegation team is a different thing. And we knew, for example, we had to just get more rookies or, players who were willing to play in a relegation team. I think I'm super happy that we managed to get players that probably now most teams will want to have in their roster. Yes, some of these guys are rookies, but they are incredibly talented. All of them are honestly super good. I'm happy to have been part of their journey, to help them develop as players, to help them be in VCT. And yeah, I mean, I'm just super grateful that, I got to work with these guys. I wouldn't change it. I think, they're the best players available we could get. And yeah, just happy to be part of their journey. They have long careers ahead. They lack a little bit of experience for this stage, but that's just, a consequence, and they will just for sure come stronger from this and stay here for long.
One more match in the schedule for Gentle Mates is against Vitality. And I already mentioned a similar question earlier on, but I want to ask it in a different fashion to close it off. What's the mindset for next week for Vitality and also for yourself as you guys try to wrap up the season?
Again, we will try to just really bring that victory home. We know it was not the main objective, but if we can do something to make Gentle Mates fan a bit happier, we will do it. Obviously, we do it for them. We do it for ourselves. We don't want to end the season with no victories. We know we can really beat any team, and we will just try to, hopefully, maybe with a bit less pressure, just destroy Vitality. We're going to try our hardest. We're not going to take this week anymore. Chill or light. We don't care if playoffs is possible or not. In order to prepare the game, we will just try our best like we did in every other game.
For sure. Goked, thank you so much for the opportunity, for the interview, for the answers, and for the conversation. I really do appreciate it. Commiserations again for the loss, but hopefully you guys can bounce back for next week.
Thank you very much.